All right, Shalom. First, I start by saying all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash, the honors to the elders and the apostles of the well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is missing Philadelphia woman said she was being harassed, family members say. So I'm going to go ahead and press play on this video and then add some precepts. You know, it's a lot of hell coming to you women. It's going to be more women to die on this side than men, you know, because you women are just as bad, slocky, as the devil. Yeah, Eve was in a transgression and being deceived, not Adam. Adam followed up after the woman, man. You know, so I'm going to go ahead and press play on this video and then get into it.
Tonight, the urgent search continues for this 23-year-old woman who went missing without a trace. She disappeared over the weekend, and now police and family asking for your help to bring her home safely. It is Wednesday night. Shari has the night off. The big story on Action News is that desperate search for Kata Scott. Investigators say she went missing while working at an assisted living facility Saturday night in Chestnut Hill. Police saying there is no recent cell phone or social media activity. They say she has not reached out to family or friends. Action News reporter Brianna Smith joining us live tonight from police headquarters with an update on this investigation. Brianna, you actually spoke with Scott's family tonight.
Yes, Greg, Kata Scott's family says it's out of character for her to not return home or leave her phone off. And now they're even more concerned because she told friends she was being harassed just days before her disappearance. And so now family and friends are putting up these flyers and pleading for help from the public.
I love her. I just need her to come home and be safe. That's what I feel, that she's not safe.
Kim Matthews has been unable to eat and sleep since her daughter, 23-year-old Kata Scott, was reported missing on Sunday. Kata's father, Kevin Scott, says the family remains positive as they hang these flyers, describing her as 5'6" and weighing 120 pounds.
It's my oldest daughter. I love her. Last few days been crazy. Head spinning.
Matthews says it was just like any other Saturday night. She saw Scott at home before she left for her 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift at the terrace at Chestnut Hill on East Abington Avenue. The Penn State grad recently started working at the assisted living facility as she pursued her entrepreneurial dreams.
Creative spirit, very artistic.
Philadelphia police say Scott was last seen leaving work in her black scrubs shortly after she arrived, but now there is no trace of her. Detectives say the facility does not have surveillance cameras and they recovered her vehicle still parked outside.
You have a 23-year-old young lady who has completely disappeared. We have no cell phone activity or social media activity.
Police say they're also concerned because Kata told friends she was being harassed by someone on the phone.
She did mention it to them, but didn't give any names, names or anything like that. So we're trying to piece everything together to find out exactly who these people are.
Detectives say they're analyzing her cell phone data in hopes of identifying that person, but they remind the community the role they play in bringing Kata home.
If there's 100 pieces to a puzzle, you may think your piece is insignificant. But without your piece, that jigsaw puzzle is not being solved. So I would plead with you, whatever information you have, reach out to the police.
And police continue to search the area near Kata's job, and they're interviewing her family, friends, and co-workers. We also reached out to her management, who said in a statement that they take their associates' safety and well-being very seriously, and they're fully cooperating with law enforcement, hoping for a positive outcome. Live outside Philadelphia Police Headquarters, Brianna Smith for Action News at 10 on PHL 17.
Right. These are same type of woman that's on the internet half naked. You know, same woman that's talking shit and, you know, can do all bad by herself and fuck niggas, and they want to be like Cardi B, they want to be like Sexy Red or Glorilla and whatnot, but can't even defend themselves. You know? And be the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this precept. Hold on, bear with me. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Right. What women are at ease? The Black Stars, Native American women. They're the women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Right. The Lord's voice and the Lord's speech is what? His laws, statutes, commandments, his word. You women have standards that y'all have to live by. Y'all got a dress code. Y'all got times that y'all supposed to be in that house. Well, y'all supposed to be y'all supposed to be with a husband. He's supposed to be keeping y'all in line, especially since we're living in the last and evil days, man. You know, it would have never happened if you had a righteous, holy man. You know, y'all picked the wrong type of men. You know, y'all got the wrong type of behavior going on, and then y'all want somebody to feel sad and sorry for you, or look for you when something when you go missing, but you don't want to do what the Lord say, man. Verse 10, it says, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women." Right? A lot of women are being troubled now today because they're losing their jobs, they're losing their houses, they're going through all types of hell, losing their welfare. You know, and then they ended up in situations like this. You know, they trying to sell a body, and it's getting bad for them. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, we've been telling these women that this was going to happen, man. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Right, y'all want to hold hands and live the American dream in a declining society. You know, how does that work? Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and girt sackcloth upon your loins. Right. So, the Lord is troubling y'all because y'all too careless. Y'all don't care about Him. You know, and strip you and make you bare, as the Lord is uncovering all y'all wickedness. Y'all bullshit, man. Y'all sins, y'all whoredom, things like that. You know. And girt sackcloth upon your loins, right? Sackcloth is for mourning. You women are mourning nowadays. They were just had in the news, like last week, that they getting ready to cut off WIC. Or what they said they going with this federal shutdown, the WIC money is running out. That WIC is for them women and them children to be fed, you know, on that government assistance. It's basically damn near like food stamps. It's running out. That money is running out, you know. So it's eventually it might run out, you know. But for sure, the U.S. monetary system gonna collapse, and all hell gonna break loose, man. And what y'all gonna do in them days? You know, a lot of women gonna humble themselves and try to come back to the Lord. The scriptures say 7 women shall take hold of 1 man, you know, but with y'all women track record and how y'all move and how y'all act and you know, that whoredom and all that, a lot of y'all not gonna make it, you know. This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? And right now, what am I doing? I'm blowing the trumpet. I'm telling y'all what the Lord said, you know, from His word. That's blowing the trumpet. Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it, right? If the evil that's going on in these cities, these bad times, rape, rob, murder, kidnappings, shootings, things like that, it's all being done by Yahweh Shai, man. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but He revealeth His secret unto His servants, the prophets, right? He revealed this to His prophets, man. His elect, His chosen. And His chosen was sent to go teach and warn the people throughout the history. That's how the Lord dealt before He collapsed a society or took a society down, Slakia. He set up His prophets to go warn the people. Salakia. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, man, the whole thing. All right, bear with me. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. Right, so what's going on with this girl is part of the evil that's is taking place in this world. All done by the Lord, man. The righteousness and the wickedness. Light, righteousness, dark, create darkness, the wickedness, the evil, the bad times. Peace and create evil, right? It ain't no peace in the world because the Lord don't want it to be peaceful in this world. It's going to be peaceful in the kingdom of heaven. Dang, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. Darn. I forgot what it said. I don't know if it said there should be no peace until Shiloh comes. Shiloh is Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which means peaceful. All right. Yeah, man, you women y'all got to get in order before it's too late. They said she was 5'6", 120 pounds. She ain't had no fighting chance with no man, man. Second, it was 16. The second Ezra chapter 16, verse 46. It says, for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods. This is when all hell break loose and people start running into people's houses. It's finna say, overthrow their houses and take their children captives. They're going to be taking children captives. Not only children, they're going to be taking adults, etc. For in captivity and famine shall they get children, right? So they're gonna be taking your kids though in them days. You know, they're gonna be taking all types of people. People gonna be getting put to use in them days. You know, whether sex slave or you know, you seen a lot of movies where they had people. I forget these movies. I can picture it though, where they had a lot of people in the basement. And them people was just used for food, cannibalism, you know? All right. I'm gonna end it with this precept. This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 1. He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near. That's the angels. Even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. Right, the angels be killing people by way of various storms and things like that. It says right here, destroying weapon in his hand. But, you know, just to give y'all a little more insight that the Lord used the angels to take people out. All the death and things that's going on is the Lord using the angels. But I'm going to keep it in context. Ezekiel 9:1. He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them to have charge over the city to draw near. The angels is running the cities through Yahweh Shai being controlling them. Every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand, and every man among them was clothed with linen, with a rider's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of the Most High, the glory of the God of Israel, was gone up from the cherub whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the rider's inkhorn by his side, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right, that mark is the mark of exemption, thawah in Hebrew, right, which means exemption. Exemption from what? The judgment and the bad times that's going to come to this place. Exemption from the nuclear missiles that's going to hit this place. The elect, the chosen, going to be delivered. It says, verse 4, and the Lord said to him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. Jerusalem represents the 12 tribes of Israel. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. To sigh and to cry for all the abominations that's done in the midst thereof is what I'm doing. I'm putting these videos up, letting our people know the wickedness that's going on and complaining about it, you know. Verse 5, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Smite means to kill. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Right, so the angels is not going to spare nobody. They killing people. They going to kill people who don't have that mark. That's why a lot of people dying now. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children. See, doesn't matter who you are. Maids is young women. It says, and women, it said women twice because you women are wicked, man. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. Right? If you got that mark, you get that mark by being of the Lord's elect. You show that your diligence to the Lord to make your calling and election sure, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men, the elders, which were before the house. Right? So, yeah, that's what's going on. That's why it's a lot of death going on, because the Lord got the angels marking the men that's doing the Lord's work and killing everybody else off, you know. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Call law Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKadosh, double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.